Hello, and welcome back to, I guess, the second episode of this series. As you might have noticed, things do look a little bit different. That's because I could not handle not having the dynamic lighting from Optifine, and I figured if I'm already going to ruin a pack with Optifine, might as well go ahead and throw some shaders on it. I think we were using BSL for this playthrough, but that's beside the point. If you're going to be playing this mod pack, I would not recommend Silders because it has like a really weird shadow glitch if you use real-time rendering, and that's just not the greatest. Okay, so before we go ahead and get into the video, I did see some feedback that the music was tad bit loud on the last upload, and that is entirely my fault. I need to work on my audio mixing. I promise you it will be better here. If it's not, I'll add like a little card here telling myself to, fix it now, be mean to myself, bully myself into doing it. Sorry about that. I had to go answer the door really quickly, but if you end up liking the video, go and leave it a like. If you dislike it, and let me know what you can do better. And if you do want to see more content like this in the future, please do subscribe, as it helps me out a ton. Okay, with that little long-winded explanation out of the way, last episode we ended up leaving off whenever we got a iron pickaxe, so we got a little bit of luck on there, and also some lava. I think the main goal here for this episode is going to be obviously getting a little bit more resources mineral-wise, but also getting into immersive engineering. Why immersive engineering? Well, because it's the mod I'm most familiar with that we have a opening to. Of course, we probably should work in our organization a little bit, as this is tragic to say the least. But I think we can actually just go and make some porcelain clay here. Yeah, look at that, beautiful. Okay, with that, I think we need sandstone and bricks. Oh, that's gonna... Okay, it looks like we're gonna need even more clay than we've already grabbed. So, I guess let's go and do that real quick. I really am hoping I haven't fully exhausted the clay supplies in the immediate area, because that would be incredibly unfortunate. I don't think I can, but I definitely can. It's just this pack seems to have slightly upped clay rates, which I'm not going to complain about, because clay is very necessary. And it looks like there's a patch just here. Yeah, there is. Probably shouldn't be using a shovel for that, considering that I can vein mine it with literally anything and it'll work just fine. But I feel like this shovel is part of the experience, It's a very cool tree. I got scared by a horse. It did its little horse thing, the God, you would think I haven't passed kindergarten, because I do not remember the name for a horse sound. It'll come to me eventually, and I'll feel really stupid. I'll probably cut myself saying it in a few minutes, or seconds, whenever I think about it. Ooh, there is a mesa over here, and I was gonna say I would like to base here, because, I like mountainous stuff, and I like the desert, and I think it just looks really cool in general. But then I remembered, that's a dragon. Okay, well, aside from the dragon that's looming over the horizon there, the worms. That's all I really have to say about that. The worms. Ugh. Still thinking about that horse word. It's a nice little arrow there.
12 seconds later.
Nay. No, there's another one. Nay is the one where it's like, nah, like that. Don't clip that, I beg of you. There is another one, and I promise you it'll come to me eventually. It'll just probably take a little bit longer than I would like it to.
Much later.
Winnie, that's the is it a Winnie? I don't really know, but the horse that sounds there's no recovering that, is there? Yeah. The sound that horses make whenever they're like, being horses. I mean, I guess that applies to a lot of animals. It reminds me of a post I saw one time. Is that a hippogriff? No, I think it's just a griffin. Okay. It doesn't remind me of the post I once saw where someone's like, elephants have a very specific noise that they have to alert others that there are bees here. Let's leave immediately. They're so much more advanced than us. And then someone responded, believe it or not, we actually we have a noise for that too. It's called saying there are bees here. We should leave immediately. I always thought that was rather funny. Okay, now we're back home. I guess we can go and get started on cooking up a little bit of bricks here. I did get a little bit more coal. Well, I didn't really get more coal. I think I just redistributed it among the furnaces because I was using these. Because I found some pork chops in a chest I wanted to cook before I started the recording here. On the topic of coal, I don't know, I should get some more. I mean, that's a problem for later, I guess. I didn't even have to go on that entire expedition because I just realized there's a lot of clay right here. But, you know, it was nice to get out, stretch my legs, you know, or my knees, my patella, as it would be. I really like how the sun rises like right there and it casts right there. I've always been a really big fan of shaders. I know some people are a bit iffy on them. It's just I like how they look. They're pretty. They make my brain go, yes, interesting. But you know, shaders probably a top something or other. You know, where did I get? Oh, the desert temple. That's where I got that. Can I use this for anything in particular? Dynamite from Cyclic. Ooh, I mean, tempting. Not really, but Mana Storm, Obsidian TNT. Sorry. Not that I can see, honestly. It's just somewhat unfortunate. I mean, I do like a good use for TNT in mod packs. Okay, on that topic, let's go ahead and get our coke bricks bookmarked so I don't forget what I need to grab from. Coke brick. There we go. If you didn't know, for GEI, if you press A on something, it'll pin it to the left side of your screen. And of course, if you press A on it again, it'll remove it, and vice versa. Sandstone. Okay, I think I don't have any sand, do I? You know, that's another thing. Okay, we're just gonna pretend we didn't hear that. All right. You know, that's not a me issue. What can I use this for? Something or other. Okay. Arithmetic. It's probably for a heat generator, I'd have to guess. I mean, bud, you okay? Yeah, you're fine. You're just you're doing you. You're doing you. Oh yeah, I got really curious about what jam guy over here. That's an apiarist. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sir, to make fun of your profession in such a way and think you were merely a jam guy. Not that being a jam guy is a bad thing at all. That's a druid. Jesus Christ. Yeah, jam guys, they're known as preserve specialists, officially. That has no bearing on anything in the world other than the fact that I thought it was pretty interesting. I don't know. Being called a specialist in preserves, that sounds like an honor I want to achieve one day. The water flowing scared me. Yeah, we might as well get some more clay while we're out here. I mean, you couldn't really have too much impact like this. Okay, a little bit more sand. Oh, and clay too. Look, a double trouble. It's a 2-for-1 special. I think it probably... Oh, hi. Okay. I don't think they're inherently hostile. If they are, well, I'm just getting incredibly lucky here. That's a singular ball of clay. You can tell because it's not really bunching, but it is going to annoy me if I don't grab it. It probably would be more efficient for me to just go into the desert and get sandstone from the layer that's under the sand there, but honestly speaking, I've been traumatized far too much by that area, so I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way, you know, and not get eaten alive by a worm. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know, man. They might find out where I live and like firebomb my home. Hopefully not. Because, I mean, it's not my home. I haven't put an insurance deposit down on it yet. I mean, I don't even think I'm legally authorized to live here, but, they don't need to know that, Let's go and get, compress this clay down. I think, Control K, no, K click, no, there's a hotkey you can use to, auto-compress some items. It might not be in this version of Mouse Tweaks today, but if it is, and I'm just forgetting about it, that's unfortunate, but not to be unexpected. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, well, look at that. Boom. And that's a stack of that. And it should be enough for... That's enough for our first coke oven. I want to get at least 2 or 3 of these set up before I get into it, though. Because, coke ovens are... notoriously slow, and they take forever. And I really just don't want to deal with that, so we're gonna try to get at least a few of these up. Porcelain clay. Okay, 27 times 3 is 60 plus 21, so it's 81 is what I need. So this is 74, 78, which means I need a couple more batches. Something like that. I mean, I could be entirely wrong, and I'm about to be booed off stage, laughed at. You know, my hubris was too great for my own knowledge. But I think that I did that math right. If I didn't, I mean, I can always just go get like a lot more bone meal and pretend I did do it right and cut out the part where like I didn't do it right. But you know, that's not me. That'd be you know, compromising my own integrity, which I would never do. Okay, I know there. Oh yeah, let me go and grab that engineer's hammer from the Tinker's Construct building real quick. Gotta be one of my favorite structures of all time. Yoink! I'll be taking that. Did I insult you by taking that, sir? That was very unkind. I think I'm going to take a portable tank here. Oh no, I get all of this. Okay, yeah, no, that's really nice actually. I do want to get into mechanism next because you know I really like mechanism. It's bad, but you know I'm getting ahead of myself here. Oh, I get a free hammer anyway. Okay, well, I guess stealing was not exactly needed here. Yeah, okay. Let's just go ahead and get some of the basics up. And honestly, oh, you might hate me for this. I think I'm just gonna go ahead. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a hard wood to get. You know, I'm just gonna you know, repurpose it. I know. I'm a cruel person. I'm a deviant, some would say. But you know, it's not stealing in technicality. It definitely is, but you know, we're not going to talk about that. Loot chest and common diamond shield, though. I mean, honestly speaking, I'll take a shield. That is not a common in my mind. That's a necessity almost. Can you use bricks for anything more interesting than porcelain clay? Yes, it looks like I can. Alloy furnace, that could be fun. Forestry. Alchemical condenser. Ooh. Modifier. Okay. So, there is a quest I could probably... Treated wood. I'll go and take that. There's a quest in the getting started that I did. Yeah, cooking for blockheads. Is this too difficult? Not particularly. Oh, well, it might be, actually. I mean, on second thought, not really. Okay, we'll go and do that eventually. But first, gambling. And... luggage. Oh, it's Chester. Hi, bud. I'm so sorry. Okay, can I sleep? No, I cannot. Okay. That would be where my coal is. That'd explain a lot. I think I can make sticks out of treated wood. Yeah, it gives me 4 treated sticks. Can I use treated sticks for torches? I actually don't remember. I really shouldn't be wasting this, actually. You're gonna go in my do not touch chest, which I don't really have, but I'm gonna pretend that I do. But are you okay? Okay. Well, yeah. You're just gonna. Oh, sorry, bud. I'm just gonna go in my little second inventory. Nutrition. Ew. I don't want to think about nutrition in Minecraft. I think another goal for the for today, I guess, is to get like an actual base set up that, you know, isn't just, you know, stealing. I mean, it's not really stealing. It's more so just repurposing for better purposes, you know. But we definitely, I mean, don't get me wrong, we've definitely stolen this. So for the time being, we're just gonna go ahead and, you know, start the industrial revolution and nature, you know, as one does, of course. Did you know that the Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race? Uncle Ted. Once again, any federal agents watching this, on the off chance that you are, I mean, I do not agree in any way, shape, or form with the with the ideas and ideals of Theodore Kaczynski. I would never stoop so low, some would say. Okay, that should be good, right? Boom, boom, and fluid pump there. I think I left one of you in one of these chests. Of course, this last one I checked. There we go. Fluid pump there. Should be able to. Oh, what the hell? I've never used the Immersive Engineering fluid pumps. We're gonna... Is there like a fluid duct that I can make really easily? Yeah, no, there are fluid ducts. Okay. Copper plates. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Because I don't want to learn how to use the Immersive Engineering stuff at the current moment in time. I know it's heresy. But, you know, I would rather not if I didn't have to. So we're just going to go and make a fluid duct. Okay, and I need glass to go ahead and go with that. So we're going to go and grab the sand out of one of these crates. Let's go ahead and compress this coal down as well, so we can go and get a little bit more bang for our buck in the in terms of well, like I said, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter if you smelt blocks of coal or just straight coal into coke furnaces, but I like using blocks mainly because it's easier for me to manage, I guess. I can just leave it and it'll do its thing. Okay, we need 2 of these. Boom. And one of the crafting tables in here should suffice for our purposes. Boom, boom. And kapow. 12 fluid ducts. Nice. Okay. I need a mechanical servo, I just realized. Servo. Redstone. I think I actually have all of that. Do I not? I don't have the redstone. Yeah, I definitely don't have the redstone. I do have the iron, though. How much iron do I need? 2 plus nuggets. Ooh. Okay, it's looking like we might actually have to go ahead and get on a little bit of a mining trip to get some more stuff. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not against. You know, mining is cool. But it is gonna set us back a little bit. Yeah, I need 3 more bricks for another one. Guess while we're at it, we can go and grab a iron axe. Of course, I say as I'm making a flint axe, but you know, making a flint axe is just so I can get the mold to pour the iron into. Because, you know, Minecraft, crafting mine. First we mine, then we craft, as the kids would say. I don't think any kid is actually ever going to quote that, unfortunately. I mean, I just quoted it, and I mean, I guess I'm close enough, man. I'm only a few years off. Take it or leave it. Clay. Okay, and then pour the iron on. Okay, let's go ahead and slap this on to our axe. That should be fun. Keeping 7 blocks of coal on my person, so just in case someone wants to start a fight, I can just dust their eyes lightly. By dust their eyes lightly, I mean not at all, because I'm just gonna go ahead and start 2 of these blocks in here, 2 of these blocks in here, and I guess go ahead and claim the chunks here. Force load these. Okay, and you're coming with me. Wood first. I'm gonna go and grab from that tree there. I think that's ironwood, something like that. I think it's Thaumcraft. I think it's very nice. It's mainly because they have really big trees and it doesn't really... Don't really gotta think too much, just go and grab them. But I mean, they do look cool though. Yeah, great wood. And look at that. The infinite vein miner strikes again. And takes almost all of my axe durability. That's actually kind of tragic. Okay, let's go ahead and get some of this made down into sticks. Boom. Okay, the rest of you is going to go into my food chest. Why? That seems somewhat appropriate. And I guess let's go ahead and go into this direction a little bit. I don't think we've explored very much in this method. This direction. Now there's a non-zero chance that there is just straight up a dragon in this direction that I neglected to remember, which might be why I have not gone in this direction. But you know what? I'm gonna pretend there isn't. I mean, if there is, you know, I can just say la vie. I mean, life happens. I wonder, actually, do they have a slime sling? They do have the slime tools. Let's go ahead and look. Yeah, they do. Okay. And it has not been nerfed. Okay. I will definitely be hitting up that island probably on the way back from the mining trip. That being said, let's go ahead and get into that. Is an exposed mine shaft too much to ask for? Man, asking you shall receive. Okay. I really probably should have a water bucket, but you know, I didn't take damage. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. If you look at the map there, you can see a compressed creeper, which I really don't want to deal with. So we're gonna do our best to try to avoid that. Fail to avoid it, and you know, get a up close experience. You gotta remember that I'm here for iron mostly. So don't mindlessly walk past iron because you think you have enough. You never have enough iron. You never have enough anything in this mod pack because this mod pack doesn't like you. It doesn't want you to play this mod pack. Can I make that? We're about to find out. Oh shit! No, we can't. Why am I not taking fall damage? Ah, it's cause my boots have power. Okay, that would explain it. All right. How is lead above iron in harvesting? That is actually wild work. Okay. At least this gets me down to the iron a little bit quicker. Can't complain too much. I think I might black quartz. I think I could use that as a regular quartz as a substitute, but I'm not entirely sure. Dude, this is an iron. What do you mean? This is an iron picket. Okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. Is it because of the sharpening kit? It's probably because of the sharpening kit. Oh, that's lovely. A note to self in the future: do not use sharpening kits of lower quality, or at least remember to take them off before, you know, upgrading your pickaxes. But I do think we can go and grab this gold here. I think we do have a high enough. Yeah, we do. There we go. We can go and get on making some actual templates after that. Gold, lapis. Is that redstone? Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's one more thing off the list. Oh no, a zombie. What will I do? You're slightly more threatening in groups. Okay. Nickel, I need osmium for that. I couldn't even mind that even if my pickaxe was blacked, so. Okay. Ooh. Well, you know what? If it works, it works. I'm not gonna complain. Hey, look, free bones. Can I grab you? No, I can't. Need iron. Okay. I can grab some tin though. Could be useful. I could make brass out of that. I think. Copper, tin. That's brass, right? Copper and tin is. Ugh, no, I'm second guessing myself now because that might be bronze. Yeah, copper and zinc is give me a second. I gotta check this really quickly. Bronze, liquid, molten bronze, alloying, copper and tin. Yeah, it is copper and tin. Okay, my mistake. Well, looks like we're gonna be calling that a little bit quicker than I would have liked to. That is deeply unfortunate. We did get a decent amount of iron. I mean, it's better than nothing. I do want to make my way back here eventually, so I guess I'm going to go and find a place to go ahead and place a waypoint down, so I know the general direction to look. I think this is really cool. I think it's like 3 ravines that intersect each other. Very neat. Here's a good place, isn't it? Hello, journey map, thank you. Can you spawn? I can't. Slash home. Darn. Slash back. No, I cannot. Okay, well, looks like we're doing this the hard way. See you in several business days. Could I please, thank you. Oh, lovely, it's dark too. That's a lot of red dots. Oh well, I mean, I guess we'll live, probably. 50-50, really. I either live or I don't. You know, everything's 50-50, thing about it. Okay. Do I risk that? Yeah, I risk that. Ow. Maybe not. Yeah, no, on second thought, you know, okay, yeah. I retract my previous statement. We're not risking that. We're gonna tuck tail and run, or I guess walk at a fast pace. What the fuck? I didn't look at you. Okay, thank God. That was something. I don't know what that was. Okay. A star just crashed. I think that's what that was. Optifine? Oh, I need to rebind that so I can actually Optifine zoom with that. Okay, that's more than I bargained for today. All right. I guess we're gonna whenever it's day, we're gonna go figure out what the hell that was. We do have extra bricks, don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay. Did you just teleport into my home? No. Again, not my home, but you know, I mean, like, I have squatters' rights at this point. I've been here for long enough. Let's go ahead and build this up another layer, just so I can get a little bit more in here. 2, 4, plus 6. I need 10 to go to the next layer. That's fine. For the time being, copper is fine. What do we need? We need iron and gold in here. Let's go and get the gold in first, and iron right behind it. And I guess let's go check out, whatever that was over here. Diamonds, okay. I mean, I'll take it. I'm perplexed, like, to say the least. Incredibly confused. I guess it was like a comet. I need to figure out what mod adds that. Wait, do we have advanced rocketry in this mod? That's a spider coming up to. No, they're friendly during the day. Yeah, we do. Okay, yeah, no, that probably was from there. If you guys actually do know where the comet was from, please do let me know. That was really cool. I wanna add that to future packs, I guess. Okay, almost done with our first little bout of that. We do need iron really bad, so I'm just gonna require a single block here and melt down the rest of it. Storage drawers. Okay. What's the next thing we want to get set up after we get a base is actual drawers of storage. Let's go and use you as a little bit of a dump site, if you would. Akmar. Oh, it might have been astral sorcery. Yeah, that would make more sense, but I want to believe that it wasn't, because you know I think it'd be cooler if it wasn't. I think I can just straight up make a sharpening kit with this. Can I not? I mean, I probably can. Let me see. No, I can't. Okay. There's something new every day. Okay, let's go ahead and get the servos up. Okay, 2 iron, glass. Let's go ahead and get some more glass cooking. It's looking like glass is going to be a recurring character here, so let's hold and grab more of it than we probably need. What we need is iron nugget as well. And there we go. Okay, and slapping these onto both of these. Storing is ignored, so it should be pulling at all times. And we'll be able to see, yeah, look at that. Okay. It's already pulling the gray soda out. And blocks of gold coke. I can use it for blast furnace fuel. which is probably what I am going to end up using it for. Okay, let's go ahead and, no, that's a good idea. Let's go ahead and make some parts real quick. Just go ahead and get a basic part set up for the smeltering. Okay, wood axe head, pickaxe head. Gonna get the binding in there too. Yeah, that should be the basic ones that we need. Let's actually look through stencils one more time just to make sure. We could do with the shovel actually. I'll make a shovel. Ah, darn. And I just realized I was using my treated wood for that instead of my great wood planks. This is a blunder of epic proportions. Oh no. Well, you know, take it as a learning experience. It won't happen again, I can tell you that much. Jesus Christ, okay. I guess let's just go and get these stencils made. Oh, that is so tragic. I think there should be a chest, or at least a few in this box here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, left is going to be for parts, and you know, left is going to be for like tool parts. Right's just going to be for everything else. Why am I organizing this when I know my organization skills are at least lacking? I think it'd be worth it. Okay, let's go get some more of this poured out. It is 2 per, right? Yeah, it is 2 per. Okay. Yeah, we have just enough gold. Nice. Ooh. Actually, I don't think I can make the binding right now, because I do need to go and get a sharpening cut, so I can, you know, sharpen my iron tool to actually, you know, be iron. I know, crazy idea. I really need to organize stuff. That's next on the agenda. We're gonna need 2 of these because we actually need to upgrade our axe to be iron, which I know crazy, but you know, it's necessary, sadly. Now it's fortified for iron. I think actually with the iron plates we can go and make some slightly better armor. Probably not the greatest use of this, but you know, yeah. I like not dying randomly. Crazy thought, I know. Go. And look at that, we actually have an amount of armor that could be construed as acceptable. A good amount of creosote too, 10 buckets. Okay. Nice, nice. Let's go and put that there. Engineer hammer in there. Diamond shield is staying with me. One of you is my food chest, one of you isn't. This is my food chest, this one isn't. Go ahead and drop everything that's not exactly necessary in there. Okay, we go to journey map real quick. We re-enable this waypoint, and let's get back to it. Oh, it got dark quick. That's terrifying, but not unexpected. Let's go ahead and turn off this waypoint real quick because we don't need it anymore. Because I can actually see it on my map there. That's a witch that spawned directly behind me. That's it's not very cool of them. Okay, that one doesn't have a water spigot. What in the world is that? I don't know. I'll probably figure it out sooner than I'd like to, but that's for another day. Not even for another day. I'll check it out on the way back. Why are you suicidal? Your life serves all purpose. Don't do it. Okay, we're about to find out the hard way whether or not this took. That's cobalt. Why is that cobalt? Oh my god. At the very least I have Certus, so I didn't mess it up that badly. Okay, moment of truth. And there we go. Again, lead and silver. Silver is good for Electrum. Might be asking, why do I want Electrum? Well, clearly you've never played Tinker's Contract. For those of you who don't know, Electrum is probably one of the greatest materials for Tinker's Construct pickaxes, mainly because you can just get like a bunch of free speed. It's basically just free haste on demand. Not really on demand, I guess, but like you get haste basically all the time, and it's really nice. This Cinnabar. I need obsidian. See, that's why I made the armor. See, that was a targeted attack. Okay. Can't grab the nickel either, but there is a little, yeah, no, this right here. Nice. I think this might be a Greg textile vein, or it could just be from thermal foundation. I'm not entirely sure. Fun fact: the reason that silver does appear in these veins is because in real life, galena, lead, does naturally appear with a decent amount of silver around it. I thought it was stupid the first time I heard it, and when I thought about it for a second, I'm like, I mean, yeah, no, that does actually kind of make sense. They are not relatively similar compounds, but they are similar in more ways than I think they like to pretend to be. Honestly, more silver is nice for me. You know, silver is a key component in making Electrum. Hello, spooky cave noise. Great to see that you're getting your daily quota in. I'm happy for you. This is a massive vein. This is like the Nutty Putty Cave incident. I'm gonna get a little bit too overconfident, and then 10 seconds later, you're just gonna see me, you know, boots sticking out. I mean, it's horrifying. Like that was a tragedy of the highest degree, but it was one of the most avoidable deaths in history. Like, no offense, man, but like, dude. You crawled headfirst into a cave, which you had to exhale to even get into, because your lungs were taking up too much space. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say it's natural selection because that's rude, but like, I mean, like, did you not consider the possibility that would happen? Condolences to the family, of course. I mean, I do not wish anyone to go through that. You might get tricked out by a skeleton. I do like gold. There's like a lot more gold than I would think there would be in a cave like this. That is very strange. No, not in... I'm in a prairie. That doesn't have increased gold rates as far as I know. It looks like my pickaxe is already getting low, so... I mean, 1 or 2 more good veins here, and we're probably gonna have to call it. Next vein, this is gonna break. That's very sad. Could do with a little bit more gold, you know. Use it on gold. Oh, didn't break. Huh. 11 more. Okay. Slightly more than I thought. Grab lead. Because remember when we were talking about Stanleys, because they had like apparently they had trace amounts of lead in them. I think it was literally just a disc at the bottom of it, but it was kind of funny. It also kind of probably ruined their entire brand image, but like, I don't really care. Corporations deserve to, you know, be kept on their toes. One durability. Nice. Okay, let's go and get out of here, and hopefully this time I'll remember to go and check out the things I said I was going to check out. Oh, it is a lot of death. Okay. First order of business. I guess I'm gonna go check out that, because that looks slightly less inclined to turn me into a fine red mist than the rest of it. Is that a random rock structure? It is. Oh, it's elevated too. What fun. I don't know what you are, actually. Let's go ahead and find out. Oh. More poems. I don't think, and Bane of Arthropods. Wow, I mean, like, really breaking the bank here. No offense to Bane of Arthropods, it's not my favorite enchantment ever. Yeah, no, don't know what the point of this is. I wonder if quartz can be decrafted. Block of quartz. I know it can't in the base game, but I don't know. Maybe they decided to be kind for once in their life. No, they didn't. Oh well, you know, you live and learn. You can with Botania. Do I want to? Not really. No, my Botania scares me. Like on a primal level, like it's a fight or flight response every time I see that mod. Are you riding a sheep? No, you're just getting pushed around by a sheep. My mistake, good sir. Oh, the Enigmatica mobs with their copious amounts of armor so they don't burn in the daylight. My favorite thing in the world. And also take like no damage. Because why would they? They're better armored than I am. Okay, and if that minor nuisance is dealt with, let's go ahead and grab ourselves some slime. Because, I mean, who doesn't love slime? Which one of these is going to be easier to scale? Honestly, they look about the same. And then someone's gonna go back and then count every single you use trigonometry to figure out based on the shadow links how which one was actually shorter. And you're like, actually, if you did a simple Pythagorean theorem, you would have found out that one is actually kind of shorter. Now that I look at it. Well, anyway, we're just gonna ignore that. But, you know, it would be kind of funny. I mean, you probably can do it because shaders do use a lot of math, and it is relatively realistic to actual physics. So you could probably use the distance that the shadows stretch out to determine how tall something is, but that's neither here nor there for the time being. I mean, you would also need to know the exact angle the sun's shining from, and like that's an entire other can of worms. Great sign, slimes are dying. I say that until one of them jumps me. Do I have anything I can live without? Yeah, dirt. I can live without dirt. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna be taking your entire livelihood. Oh, what's that? You don't want your livelihood stolen by someone who has no right to it? Too bad. I've decided I want slime, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, I think that about covers all the actual surface slime, minus the tree, which, you know, I would never destroy, like, the tree. The Lorax would never forgive me. Ah, stolen home. I think first order of business is I am going to go ahead and make an electrum tool rod, which really to do that all I need is one piece of silver, because I think there's already a piece of gold in here. Yeah, that should make 2 pieces of electrum, because alloying, yippee. Other than that, let's go ahead and drop some more iron in here. I do want to expand the smeltery because it is kind of small. I guess it's not really small. What can I use creosote for, by the way, other than just you know, the normal stuff. And let's go ahead and get a couple sharpening kits while we're at it. Okay, what do we not need? Iron Wilhelm? I mean, yeah. I know I'm committing heresy. I'm tossing things instead of, hoarding them. Should be fine. Actually, I need to get a lead sharpening kit as well. Let's go ahead and pop some lead in there and deal with that whenever we get down. Okay, and this should up our durability quite a lot. Oh, it actually... My bad, it actually decreased a rather substantial amount. Unfortunate, but, I mean, not the worst thing that could happen. Tinkers construct materials that they can make really cheap and would probably help. Probably an iron binding. Iron binding would probably work pretty good here. I'm gonna pour out some lead first for that. Never mind, I just poured out more iron. My bad. I need to remember where I leave things. Like, geez, this is getting a bit much even by my standards. Actually, I can nose this with a diamond, which would be kind of fun. If only for only to go ahead and increase its durability a decent amount. Because durability seems to be my biggest issue at the moment. Yeah. Can I do it again? No, I can't. Okay. I do have 3 modifiers left. Lead is a relatively soft metal. Could be electrum. Electrum might be a good binding here. Can I make any alloys with lead? Genuine question, because I actually don't remember. Even off of like my real world knowledge, I don't remember if there are any lead alloys. There probably is, and I'm probably just like forgetting them. But it happens to the best, and sometimes the worst of us. Enderium. I don't think that's real. Yeah, it's definitely not. Okay, well. Any alloys with iron? Steel. Well, can I just melt coal? No, I can't. That's very sad. Night slime, actually. Night slime would be pretty decent here. Okay, I think I'm coming to a decision here. I think we're going to end up using night slime for the binding. If I can... Oh, God, my voice is slowly giving out on me. I think that means we might have to call it here in a second. But night slime, which is just purple slime, and I am so sorry. Just purple slime and Huh. What else do I need for this? Seared stone. Yeah, geez, okay. This should be enough. 250. What's the conversion rate here? Conversion rate is 125. 250 is 2 to make... Ooh, that's 2 ingots. That should be fine. I know, a very ugly smeltery. I know, and pour out at least a little bit of lead. not add enough. Did not add enough stone first time around, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Yeah, just barely. I wonder if I can actually get some speed on this really quickly. I can get a little bit of haste on this. Okay, that should be perfectly fine. Okay. Alumite, that's the other one. Okay, yeah, that was stupid. Alumite. Alumite. Smelting. Alloying. It's obsidian, iron, and aluminum. I don't have it. Well, I could make obsidian and aluminum. Tempting, tempting, tempting. Yeah, no, we'll save that for another time. Because I am starting to feel Mormon a little bit sick, which is truly unfortunate. Okay, we do have a couple blocks of coal coke, which is always a nice sight to see, because coal coke is the best kind of coke. Okay. And then I can go and just pop that in the blast furnace. For a blast furnace, I need blast furnace bricks, and for blast furnace bricks, I probably need to go to the nether doing that. Something of that sort. I don't really care about the gates at the moment in time. So yeah, I need to go to the nether for this one. The alloy kiln. Really simple. We can go and knock that one out really quickly, actually. Don't really know what I can use this for because I already you do most of my alloying and the other thing, but you know it's another quest that is done. Other than that, I probably want to move into kinetic dynamos and then water wheels and then all this jazz here. Of course, you know, like gotta go to gambling in and wood planks. I mean, you know what? I'll take it. Okay, well, I guess this is a halfway decent place to go. We did get our starting into Immersive Engineering. Alloy kiln, and of course we upgraded our little smeltery. We got a brand new pickaxe. It's quite a bit better, decent armor. Got some congealed slime blocks. Then the next episode we're definitely gonna use to go and make some slime boots. And I think they also have a hang glider in this one, if I remember correctly. Yes, we do. Hardened leather. Okay, well that's a little bit more difficult than I expected it to be, but we can definitely go ahead and start working on that tomorrow. With that being said, if you did like the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you didn't like it, go ahead and dislike it. Let me know what I can do better. If you want to see more of this kind of content, please go ahead and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. Well, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. I'll see you then.